It's funny how everything is always against United. Why? Because even the players themselves are not mentally ready for the task. That's why wanataka player anataka kuchezea United.
Yeah.
Juu wanajua kujitolea. Unaona? Players wengi sahi hapo United ni wase wanalipo pesa mingi sana. Casemiro analipo do ingine astronomical, I make hata sense. Bruno sahi ndio nimeanza kunotice vitu zenye watu husema kuhusu Bruno. Sahi ndio mimi nimenotice.
In what way?
Bruno is careless. He's very good.
In a careless
Bruno
way,
is very
he
good.
is good.
He's very good, yes. But Bruno, technically and tactically, Bruno is indisciplined as fuck. Say indisciplined positionally, completely Buddha. He is bereft of any ability,
Yeah.
to be disciplined in whatever position he is placed, other than only one position, number 10. Na number 10 ile yenye anaambiwa usidefend, we pata tu ball spread. Pata tu ball spread. That's why profile kama ya Bruno hata enda timu yenye inacheza system. So Bruno is chezea Pep. Bruno anaweza chezea Conte. Bruno can play for Mourinho. Bruno cannot play for Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Bruno cannot play for... He can play for Tottenham now, but he cannot play for Oliver Glasner.
Which I don't
Bruno
know.
can play for...
Underland.
He can't play for... He can play for Arteta basically because of the fact that Arsenal wanakuanga front foot, first of all. Secondly, Arsenal always have a very solid base. So he has no defensive work whatsoever. Bruno anaweza kuwa anajipata in acres of space kucreate na kufunga. So Arsenal anaweza funga sana. Man City hawezi cheza. Jupepu takawasi wako completely 110% wako disciplined in their position.
Yeah.
Like Pep akikwambia usisonge, hii ndio zone yako, chezea hii zone na nisikuone zone nyingine. That's why Pep ulikuwa unaona Haaland akaona bao mbili but bado anamzushia. Walikuwa na KDB wakazushiana for close to 10 minutes after a game wameshinda bao kama 5. Sijui ilikuwa game gani walizushiana na KDB hadi KDB akamrushia mikono. Ni juu KDB ali lose sense kwa game. Was it a Champions League game, I think? He lost sense in a game. But Pep is Pep. Pep is set in a way that, bro, nikikwambia shit, we fanya. Nitakutoa hata kama uko na bao mbili buda. Mimi sijali. That is Pep. So, Amorim amekwama. Anataka kuchezesha Maino, funny thing is, Maino is his first choice for your system in that midfield. Ukiangalia Maino alicheza poa sana, by the way.
Good, yeah.
Because he has positional discipline. Maino also is very, very good, very safe in possession. Like, alikuwa na hepa tackle zote. Bruno anatakulia go once. Akiperesiwa vizuri, Bruno upoteza ball. Maino ni ngumu sana umnyang'anye ball. That's why akinunua Baleba, Bruno atacheza shit. Atacheza because of his numbers. Atacheza because of his numbers and because he ni captain. But if Amorim was to choose between kuchezesha a possession safe player next to a good tackling number 6, anachezesha Maino all day any day. Alinunua Hillman at Sporting for a reason.
Yeah.
Na akauza Ugarte. Alikuwa very safe kuuza Ugarte. Because alikuwa anataka mse mwenye possession wise upse ako sawa, ako safe. Hana pressure ati ya kupiga hallelujah pass. Kwa rugby hii pass, ukipigia pass msee na ujemwekea kwa chest, like pass yako ijangukia umse kwa chest, naona ana have kuirukia, aino mikono juu, anaji expose rib cage yake yote. Hiyo ni hallelujah pass. You're setting up that person to fail. You're setting up that person to be killed on that pitch. Jana, apart from Onana just being stupid Onana, that game was perfect in midfield. Okay, albeit I can remove Ugarte and maybe have somebody else. Mi naona ni kama Amorim, he's waiting for Licha to be okay, amchezeshe midfield. I don't know, I have a feeling. And if Licha plays in midfield or plays center back, left center back, he will always drift into midfield. And that is where Kobe Mino comes in. Because with Licha, you cannot play Bruno. Because Licha under pressure, Licha is good under pressure. But uki overload wing ya Licha, you completely tire him out. Na unamweka in a position atapata injury tena. Na makadi kaa zote. So Bruno, in this system, Bruno doesn't work. Hata ukileta number 6 anakaaje, ata overwork because of Bruno. Amorim ana set up team, in mind ana set up team ile design, Bruno atakuwa anapigwa bench games zingine. Because of tactics. Because technically Bruno is very indisciplined. Another thing, Casemiro, bro, umse alipoteza legs kitambo. Umse angeenda kitambo sana. Mimi sijui mbona watu wanamkomisha hapo sai. Casemiro is good, ametuserve, sawa, acha aende. Wase, unajua ufala ya United fans ni tuna lack hiyo patience. At the same time, we are lacking the know-how ya kuelewa what is supposed to work, what is not supposed to work. And the problem with me, with this team is they're not technically good. That is my main problem.
Yeah. So
that is my main problem, is that Dalo out, bro, outside very fast. Get Mazraoui in. Next to
didn't play at all. Kanu Saka.
Bro, that guy is pure shit, bro. Why are you not overlapping? A simple game, a simple tactic. Bro, you're a wing back. For God's sake, overlap at least once. And put in a good cross. A ground ball, 5 angle, inua ball juu kidogo. Lobby. Bro, Dogu was putting in crosses. Proper crosses yesterday.
Yeah.
Have crosses. Zile zinakam, zinapatana na traffic. Si zinaenda away from traffic. Like kuna mahali Dalo aliweka cross nikashindwa. Inaenda far post kudu. Inafaa ianguke katikati ya post. Design inaangukia wasee wengi. Si inapata msee ako far post. Isaidie mtu. Dogo alikuwa anaweka cross, buda unasikia fiti. Mbomo aliingia, Dalo akaswitchiwa akaenda left wing. All of a sudden wing imeiva. Then ile wing left ikachapa.
Yeah, imetulia. That was another thing to check. Based on comments zake za jana, what do you think? Does he mean
he's clearly saying to the board, so ananiuza. Na msiponisikiza nikiwaambia reset, uza hizi nyang'ao. How do you tell me after a game Sancho amepost picha wakiwa kwa locker room, yeye, Lisandro, Malacia na Anthony wanafanya nini bado kwa club?
Mbona Lisandro wako hapo kwanza?
Regardless, Buddha, regardless, they're employed by the same company. Yeye ina shida. Yeah. Wanafanya nini kwa hiyo club?
True.
Mnafahamu waambie ni aje? Ni training ina huko nje. We don't care. Train huko nje. Revoke their access to the training ground.
So who are
all
you
together completely
then? Who are you playing if we are saying
revoke their access? Then you tell them ni aje, if I don't find you at work in these premises, right, we fine you. put them in a situation where they want to fight you legally. Then, because you're a you have big muscles in terms of you're a brand with big muscles.
Yeah.
You're bored with big muscles, yeah? Fight them in court. What the fuck do you mean? No agent in on earth, bro, anaweza hold Man United at ransom. Never ever. Hiyo time iliisha. Come on, wanafaa grow some balls. Hii mambo ya kulamba watu wajinga hapo. Anthony analamba wa nini buda? Sancho analamba wa nini? Malasia mtoto hajacheza miaka 2. Analamba wa nini? Buda Luke Shaw tena achezi tena all of a sudden. Hata kuwekwa as a sub. Dalo alimuvishwa. Mbona Dalo alimuvishwa? Ukujiuliza hiyo swali? Mbona Dalo alimuvishwa acheze kama utility na Shaw anaweza ingia? Because our player wameuza coaches over and over again. Na wanauza huyu. Na I'm telling you the truth. Shaw hawezi kuwa amesurvive our coaches wote. Juu yeni mnoma sana. Bro. Utaanza kusikia, utaanza kuona Shaw ataanza kuacha kucheza. I'm very sure. Mark my words. Shaw atacheza tena. Utaanza kusikia alipata injury sijui ya unfit sijui nini kuna issue ka issue kadogo, he has a niggle somewhere bla bla bla. Matako inauma kidogo, vidole za miguu sijui kucha sijui nini. Utaanza kusikia vitu so ujinga. Nisi ati umse hayuko fit. National team atacheza for some reason. Why? Because manze ile team player power ita have kuisha manze, imagine. Getting hungry players, getting players that actually want to play for this club.
With that
don't get in players just because of their commercial value.
Who are you then playing on the weekend versus Burnley? Let's select based on the badge and people who are showing desire and not necessarily the names that we are used to. What's your starting 11 against Burnley? From that perspective, yeah, people who are fighting for the badge.
Starting 11, bro, I'll have Bruno, Cunha, and Mbumo up there. Okay.
Correct.
Midfield, I'll have Meno, and okay, Casemiro, not really, but yeah, I will have Meno and Casemiro midfield. Wing backs, I will have actually scratch that. I'll have a team that doesn't have Bruno. Play Meno and Ugarte for a change. Ni sawa. They have a solidity about them. Ni vile tu Ugarte anacheza utoto. Mimi sijui mbona anacheza kama malaya. Mimi sielewi mbona amesahau ball all of a sudden. After news za Baleba zilianza, Ugarte alisahau ball. Baleba pia alisahau ball for some reason.
Sure.
Bro. Hata imekata sense buda. Like ni World Cup here, say. Unafaa kuona jitolea design nyingine make sense.
So
cheza Ugarte na Maino. Alafu hapo mbele cheza false 9 tena. Ya Mount, Mateus na Konya na Mbumo. Wingbacks cheza Dogu na Ahmad. Pale nyuma bro, weka De Ligt, Maguire na Shaw. Kaza nyuma kabisa, kama nyumba tu. De Ligt aliingia hiyo right fringe, anacheza vizuri sana.
Anaguza fiti De Ligt.
Ama ucheze De Ligt, Yoro na Maguire. Toa Shaw.
I prefer that. De Ligt, Maguire na Yoro.
De Ligt anaweza cheza left, Yoro anaweza cheza left, wanaweza switch. Juu wote wawili wanaweza carry ball, wana carry into possession wise they're good. Maguire possession wise is also good. Position wise is also very good. The league position wise needs some work, but kando ya Maguire he plays very good. Yoro bro, position wise good, possession wise good. tackling bro, umsi yako sawa, umtu yako sawa kabisa. No question about that kid. That kid is good. Even though the only name iko constant kwa kila lineup.
True.
Keeper weka Tom Heaton bro. Acheze versus team yenye alitoka, alichezea.
Na I believe atacheza fiti Heaton akicheza. Capri season.
Heaton anapenda hii club.
Yeah. Awesome. You mentioned something which to me thought the 11 you would start on Saturday or ni Saturday. Only mentioned Bruno can't play for Glasnost, no. Part of the Sunajua Indikaila.
What?
Indikaila, there's this page on X that's been breaking like sports news before any other. So wanasema based on their sources, United like are ready to, if Amorim decides like resign or something, wako in like replacements in mind, and there's one who is like more ahead than the other. The two replacements ni Glasner na Iraola. Na wanasema Glasner ndio wako more favored by Ineos. Do you think that would work for United if they now, let's say, move on from Amorim to a different coach? Or are you of the notion just stick with Amorim and let's see how it goes? Because when nilikuwa naona this screenshot where it shows Arsenal had like 1 win in 10 games during a certain period, Premier League. Na hiyo one win, crazy enough, it was against United. So that shows just how bad United is. Because hiyo time
walichapwa na Bournemouth. Walichapwa na Southampton, walichapwa na walidraw na Southampton, I think. Walichapwa na Southampton, walichapwa na Brighton, walichapwa na team mob. Walichapa 1-0. Nakumbukaga hiyo run.
So are you
the only win was that one
with them, with him, or we move on to Glasner per se?
Stick with Amorim.
Yeah.
Who says that if you get Amorim out and bring Oliver Glasner in, atataka ama player wenye wako? Window imebaki siku ngapi? Window imebaki siku 5. Ifungwe. Hiyo ni ujinga wanafanya, ujingi na kaje. Hiyo ni ujinga. Stick with this coach. Tuchapwe. I matter. It doesn't matter. Lose. It's okay to lose.
True. I kind of feel like almost like Amorim anacheza a mind game to force a decision here. Either after hizo 2 weeks ni mimi niko na kasi iko ni nyinyi mna win and you'll keep on winning as players, but if I'm here then it means wamenichagua ni mimi, so it's now who decide koko na mimi ama hauko. Because I really liked Kenya Dalo alisema that yesterday that was the opportunity to show that they can play for Man United, and they failed at it, which for me almost feels like PR players wanna realize like hakuna any other way to hide from this right now. You have to either do your best or we move on and find people who actually want to play for the club in a sense.
Yeah, lakini una imagine mwenye anasema hivyo?
Yeah. Because it makes sense at all.
I'm a player wako they're media trained.
True, very media trained.
So they actually know exactly what to say and when to say it. But behind closed doors, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Luke Shaw had so much to say during pre-season. Brother motherfucker will not talk the whole season. He will not be interviewed. I can guarantee you. You'll tell me. He will not be interviewed.
Kweli.
They will always interview players they want to scapegoat. Hii season scapegoat mkubwa itakuwa Bruno.
Very much.
Washaanza na hiyo story yake na referee. It's true, okay fine, it's true, alikugonga na kukwambia pole, lakini wewe si mtoto bro. Amepiga penalty ngapi? Out of 68 penalties, 68 out of 68, this nigga has lost only 6, has lost out on what? 7 penalties out of 68. He scored 61. There's a fact there somewhere.
Yeah.
Kwa ligi amepoteza pena 5 pekee. I think huku kwingine ame lose pena 2 pekee. There's a reason why United in other cups, like European cups and competition, watacheza vizuri sana. Lakini in England, against any team, Buda hata wakacheza versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield ita stand a chance kushinda hiyo game. In England, there's a bias against United. However, the players also ni waoga design hawataki kukasirika against e bias. The reason United players were always scumbags, you know, United always had scumbags playing. Rooney was a fucking scumbag. Luis Nani was a scumbag. Evra was a scumbag, bro. Rio was a scumbag. Design alipigwa mpaka na coin kwa uso akapasuka jicho. Eyebrow. Akableed like fuck na ilikuwa Manchester Derby. Na bado akaendelea kuwaambia umbwa nyinyi. Hii team sahi haina scumbags, bro. None. The only scumbag there is, I think, one, and he's a pussy he's a big pussy right now. Casemiro is the only scumbag in that team. Nah, bro, umsini mwoga as shit right now. Casemiro to an extent alitoa mpaka comments kwa stories zake. Do you understand what the fan base has done to Casemiro? World beater mzima. Hai, baba. Casemiro achezi vizuri kabisa. Na si ati hawezi cheza poa. Hapana, si ati amesahau ball. Hapana. Na the reason why United players always seem disjointed when they are playing together is because wanaogopa nikimake mistake nitaongelelewa sana, nitapashwa sana online. You understand? Like
Yeah.
ni waoga. Mateus Cunha sahi.
It's almost even showing in how they play. That wako na uoga fulani. It's like they're scared of making a mistake because unajua tu kesho kila mtu atakuongelelea you made a mistake, which yeah.
But bro, make mistake lakini ulan na mshinde hiyo game na utie bidii. Haina noma.
Nishasikia Bundi akisema tunaongelelea Manchester United sana in my head. Because I feel like we have a section yenye tunaweza diongelea Man, like separate, like this whole section can be like a Man United sort of like podcast if you think about it, which is very nice. So I don't know if I have anything to ask about United again. Not really, actually. We like to make cover all possible grounds.
United need bastards.
Yeah.
You see, like Lisandro and Konya. Even Šeško is a bastard, bro.
True.
But at this point, he's even fucking scared. Because he did not expect whatever sort of noise this club has. From the outside, when you're signing, you think you're good. Unaingia hivi. People start piling on you. It starts from the media, ex-players, the players themselves, the fans at home, fans online. Bro, hadi wewe unaanza kujishuku.
Yeah.
Cunha lost his penalty. Bomo lost his penalty. Right? Cunha looked shell-shocked. Like, oh fuck, what did I just do? I just gave these motherfuckers a lifeline. And
Yeah.
Bumo was completely gone. Head was gone, heart was broken.
Hata nakumbuka
Because he
akitolewa na Bruno Field.
nani Mbumo?
Because si watu waliingia kwa grao, kuna this clip inafanya circles. Mbumo alikuwa tu like shell shocked hapo place alikuwa, so Bruno had to like go take him amtoe kwa hiyo crowd ya people ndo waende dressing room.
Sasa una imagine hao wawili na they actually played like they give a fuck. Even Sesko played like he gives a fuck. Ni vile tu a lot of whatever deliveries were there zilikuwa fucking shit. Like bro, mi sielewi hawa se wanasahawaje mpira msee. Casemiro anaogopa mpaka kumake passes zenye alikuwa na make season yenye aliingiaga akipigia Cristiano pass. Casemiro alikuwa na passes zenye zilikuwa zinaanzisha counter attacks. Alikuwa na the most progressive passes from a number 6. Casemiro alikuwa anafunga for fun season yake ya kwanza. Then all of a sudden Casemiro akumbuki mpira, hajui ball, aje bro, aje, make it make sense. So players wenye wanafaa wanunuliwe wanafaa kuwa bastards in that they should know that they're coming to play for a team that has enormous pressure, and it is pressure from every single side. That's why players from United go and shine and people think United is a problem. United is not the problem. That player was the problem. That's why they're shining now, because they did not have the balls to play for that team. A team that is under the microscope 24/7, every single minute, second wanaongelelewa. Bro, they cannot handle that shit. So it's either you get fucking bastards into that team, people who don't give a fuck bro, players that will fight a fan. Ongea ujinga ni kusho. Anampiga teke bro, Cantona style. Piga teke ya uso msee, don't give a fuck. Si mambo ya utoto mingi unafanyia fans ndole. Unawafanyia ndole na msaidiana. Sina mpata tu fuel ya kuendelea kuongea.
Yeah.
Kama uwezi ni prove kwa pitch that you actually want this shit, bro, I will continue slaughtering you online. I don't give a fuck. Bro, naweza kuwa nalala kwa nyumba ya mamangu, nakula nimenona, I'm fat as fuck, I'm fatting the whole day, just seated on my couch slaughtering you, and I don't give a fuck bro. Hakuna mali utanipeleka. Because to an extent, those same fans have a right. Because they pay for your fucking salaries, bro, by buying all those fucking tickets. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem when you look at things. It's a big problem because now the reason these other smaller teams are catching up to the likes of United is because players that come to United forget that they are supposed to be playing the same exact way, only higher as they were before. That's the reason why they were bought to United. But wanasahau manze, sitaki kufanya blanda. Sasa kitu moja nataka kuona sana how Konya will be in that Burnley game. Buda akianza kuwa reserve, if he starts becoming reserved and a coward now, Buda ndasema pia ya uzwe.
Sasa itaanza kupiga foundations right now in the team. Anafatwa back hivyo, by the way.
Abaki na hiyo hanga hiyo kushinda amekimbiza wasee. It was just a bad day in the office. Don't make it a bad life.
Facts.
Bana.
3 bad weeks. On to another team that sort of na feel this season almost when tumesema like still all eyes are on Manchester even when we don't need it right now, right? I feel like all eyes should be on Pep Guardiola instead, but we are barely hearing anything about Man City. So it makes me feel, do you feel like it's intentional for the fact that pia hawakucheza preseason sana? They've been doing their business as always fast, bila a lot of trouble if you come to think about it. So there's sort of like silence around where they are right now, how they're performing, because they're losing, right? It's not like they're the best team that they were, and almost like wako in transition right now, because if you do look at the players wenye wameenda ni KDB, we have Gundogan might go, Akanji might go, Ederson might go, all this like the backbone, you would say, of Guardiola's last 5 or 6 years. Now wanaenda wanapata this now new guys coming in. Do you think there's no pressure on them, or there is a pressure on them? Also, there is this sense of a changed squad. Yes, the different players, but is he still playing the same way? Or is he changing? Given I was looking at this very good analysis, by the way, of compare Man City last year and the start of this season, how they are having a high line, how they are pressing, how they are passing. It almost looks like Jurgen Klopp, Iyo Makaliwe in Champions League, and now the year after that, I think, which was around his final or so. And they're tying it to the fact that Guardiola has employed kwanzia last season amechukua ule assistant wa Klopp, ule Pep, alikuwa anaitwa Pep Linders, I think.
Linders,
yes. So he's now the assistant coach at Man City. So do you feel like pia Pep mwenyewe ana regenerate his ideas, ana change from his committed, not passing, a change from passing, but per se more of now counter-attacking football, in a sense, because that's where the league is sort of heading?
Well, first of all, Pep profiles players differently, but he always has the same exact profile for every position. It's just that the players he's getting now are not exactly what he wants, what he needs, or what he wants. Yeah. It's just what he's getting in the market. Because he got Echeverri, all of a sudden Echeverri is gone. I think he played 2 games somehow, whatever. He got Savinho just the other day. He almost sold Savinho. It's just that the Rodrigo deal never came through. So now they've blocked Savinho leaving.
Yeah.
He got Ryan Cherky. He's always trying to get the same profile of player, but I think a younger version. He tried to replace Mahrez with Savinho, with Doku, actually. But that didn't work because Doku was supposed to play right. Did not work. Play left. Worked for a bit, but Doku is not always switched on enough to be a Pep player.
Yeah.
And his first choice, Jack Grealish, was not, a drunkard can never be playing for Pep for a long time. Itabidi amekula bench. So, Pep is always looking for the same type of player. He was looking at a player that can replace Grealish, a player that can replace Mahrez, KDB, a player that can replace David Silva, was replaced by Bernardo Silva. Then Bernardo Silva was supposed to be replaced now. You see?
Yeah.
Gundogan was supposed to also be replaced. They are also supposed to look for somebody who will replace Rodri. They also want someone to replace, to be in place in that left back position. Like Pep has so many problems. It's just that Man City, technically and tactically, they're very good. And Pep is a master tactician. So he will basically just, he will just coast through a game based off the fact that he's a very good tactician. And he will do some things. Pep comes into a game with 3 or 4 different game plans. And if one doesn't work, he will change it within the game immediately. And it must work.
Yeah.
So you can never really read a Pep game unless when you're Ole Gunnar. If you're Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you will read a Pep game. Otherwise, bro.
Ama kama we ni luckily coach wa Tottenham, because they always get it right apparently.
Yeah. And Frank is actually doing a fucking amazing job right now.
Yeah, hata nataka we jump
It's
on
a
him
new
shortly hata.
yeah, it's a new manager bounce, but yeah, he's doing an amazing job. Anyway, Pep is changing his tactics, yes, but he's still maintaining that core about him, that core identity about him and
Yeah.
about his game. It's just that the players that he's getting are not able to replicate exactly whatever his best Man City side did.
Can be.
Yeah, they reached the peak of football powers when they won the treble. Bro, after that, Man City just went downhill. Like, hata hiyo ligi walibeba, I think walibeba ligi ngapi after that? Moja. Pekee.
One, yeah.
So, hata hiyo ilikuwa bahati. Ni Arsenal tu waliamua tushindi ligi. Wangeamua wangeshinda hiyo ligi. They just started drawing like stupid bitches. Miss Ju walianza kudraw aje. They just started drawing. So right now, as it stands, Man City are going to be fighting for top 4 until either one of two things happen. Either the board starts supporting Pep properly, they fight off the court cases and start supporting Pep properly by getting strong-minded tactical geniuses for Pep, or they lose Pep, get another coach, an elite coach, get a whole new philosophy and start all over again. Because Pep amekaa sana bana Man City bro, amekaa. Sidhani hata amewahi kaa that long kwa team.
Yeah,
but hii team inampea everything. Inampeaga blank check, imeishi kumpe blank check, akitaka kitu anapewa.
Can that be sort of like cause of demotivation? Even though I don't think so, because he's like a top professional, honestly. So I don't think like motivation can be an issue for Guardiola per se.
He's a top professional, but sometimes the board haimpeangi, sijui kama ina make sense. Pep kuna player utaangalia uone this is a Pep player. Kuna players sahi kwa hiyo team.
Yeah.
Kuna players sahi kwa hiyo team si Pep players completely. Yeah, they're just there because that is the only thing they could have gotten.
Of which I know he always says story na signings kina nani they do a good. Namwitanga Tsiki ama namwitanga nani? They do a great job on that, of which namanchanga mostly he is probably not involved, or maybe unless akona like a special request to make. So do you think out of the signings wakona sahi, who do you think will make the most impact this season? Kuna Cherokee, kuna Rangers, maybe they get Donnarumma, they have Trafford as well, and I don't know. I don't think there's anyone else. Amanda, amekuja. Maybe one person they let go that nimeshangaa ni naitwa Makati ama naitwa. I feel like he was a very good player, so sinashanga mbona amemwacha.
The young academy graduate.
Yeah, unless amemwacha to make up the full profits or whatever they call them, because no academy.
Yeah. It's so because of homegrown players. When you sell them, it's 100%. Good for your books.
Yeah, it's 100% profit on that. So maybe that's why. So do you think kuna any players that make a major impact on the team itself, or still that depend on the usual players like Rodri, Haaland, Bernardo Silva? I think Rangers will do well, though
they need Rodri back. They need him back. Yeah, which definitely. Heavily.
Yeah, which will make other players better.
So that
inafanya Rangers akwe better, inafanya Cherokee akwe better.
Yeah. Because they will now stop being involved in defensive actions, let's say, for example.
Yeah.
Like all they'll be concentrating on is that high press, and Pep is known for that high press. He started that game. High pressing game nearly anzishaga, like using offense as the best defense, because Man City make the most tactical fouls in a game. Now they will always make sure that you don't start counterattacks against them, and if they foul you, they will foul you in your either near your box or in your own half of the field. In your own defensive third ndio watakutackle. Man City never tackle. Ni ngumu sana. What they do is they box you in by pressing you. Then you lose the ball. Already, kama they had boxed you in by 3-2 or 3-1, when they press you and they take your ball, then all of a sudden you're being countered by the 3 players or the 4 players that were pressing you. So game ya Pep ni very weird. But ni alianzishaga hiyo game. In the Premier League, he started it.
Yeah.
Then Klopp started the Gegenpress is just another fancy name of calling it's just a fancy name for counter-attacking football with very small build-up play. So Pep haja lose identity yake. It's just that he's being forced to replicate a certain philosophy that he has always had with players that are really not his type of player. So if Rodri is back and he's fit for at least nusu season or the whole season, it will work best for Pep and for Man City, because now you'll have Bernardo Silva rested, so you'll have Savinho, you'll have Doku, you'll have Reinders, you'll have Cherki, and you'll have Haaland. That is a very good front. That is a very good attacking force. Like, bro, you have flair, you have passing, you have possession, you have trickery in the wings, which has always worked for Pep. Pep has always had tricky wingers everywhere he goes. He had Henry at one point. He had Messi. He had this guy Robben. He had Douglas Costa. He had Ribéry. He had Mahrez. He had Grealish. He had Leroy Sané. He had Sterling. But Sterling was not that good. But for Pep, for some reason, Sterling was a perfect player.
True, actually.
He became a very good system player for Pep. Something that you could not have expected from Sterling.
Yeah.
So Pep is trying to replicate a system. That's why he's very, nowadays unaona ako stressed juu.
Very stressed.
Ako like motherfucker. Yani nini uelewi kwa game. Hadi siku hizi he's not even as animated.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Hana pe ile kuna ile confidence alikuwa nao, hata si confidence, let me say aura that ni Guardiola, ni like anajua Kenya anafanya, but sai nika almost, yeah, I'm still sure, I mean, ni Guardiola, but there's that essence, yeah, his own team can't surprise him. So yeah,
like there's this team, the team that won the treble, bro. That team, Pep never used to do shit. If you noticed, he was always on autopilot.
Yeah.
Like Pep alikuwa anaingia kwa game, ako like, my guys, jibambeni tu. You could even see him on the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
Unless player akue out of position kidogo ndi ataguruma. Notona amehook mse. Otherwise, hiyo team ilikuwa the same team all through hadi mwisho.
I like how Sky Sport did notice that during your game ya kwanza, for all goals, he kept turning towards the assistant, your line judge, for both goals, like almost like ni yeye anamwambia like, you told me this would work. Do I make sense? Ukiangalia video kama mtu ako like surprised, nikanaambia mtu mwingine this is by the way, even though lisema it happen and it's actually what is happening. So let's wait and see, because if they do change, Nico, very curious to see maybe how many counter-attacking goals they might score this season. Nico, very interested in seeing that, and just picking out of counters as a to jump into the person who is like the most flexible. I don't know why. I don't know how long this it'll go for. But what do you think about Tottenham? Because I feel like they have a very good squad. One have a very good coach. Maybe
Tottenham is very.
maybe
Mm,
depth
mm.
could be an issue, but I feel like their starting 11 is really nice. They have good individual players. Whether they can play as a team is a different thing. And hapo sasa ndio na feel like Thomas Frank sasa ataweza, and the fact that ana try to change tactics for almost like for each game now makes me feel that
Yeah, yeah.
ana work towards kitu kama hiyo, like not playing them as a team but just getting the best out of each individual depending on the game.
Yeah. He's got a very good mix of players that are very buoyant from the fact that they won their first European Cup after
Very.
how many years.
Yeah.
They are back in the Champions League. It's a World Cup year. They're in a good season, in a good mood, good vibes all through.
Yeah.
They've won their first 2 games. They've won their first big game. They're playing well, So they're in that zone until they come crashing down from that high horse, unless a time like that comes where sasa they will crash back to earth. Yeah.
Soon.
And until that time comes, of which, bro, it might not come. Your team, funny thing is, Thomas Frank, mi sioni ni kama akona frailty kwa hiyo team.
Hana frailties, honestly, because look, defense they have Van der Ven, they have Niporo, wanang'ang'ania umse, wanang'ang'ania na Arsenali, ni Hincapi. Right?
Hincapi atenda Arsenali, bro. Huyo hakuna choice.
I know, but why are you going to Arsenal knowing damn well kuna Saliba na kuna Gabriel hapo and probably
Kiwior anaenda Porto. So wananunua, anajua anaenda huko, haendi kuanza. Anajua si ati ajui. Anacheza kama cover.
Yeah. So what
kila mtu anataka ametoka Ten Hag kama umenotice.
Vibaya sana.
Ule jamaa ni
ameponea.
Ni mtoxic tu jamaa.
Cause I feel like Tottenham wako sawa. Ni Poro na Spence. Romero, alafu katikati kwanza ndio naona nikawa wako sawa kabisa, because Palhinha, Papesa.
Bro, Palhinha, Papesa, na bado kuna Bisuma akibehave hakupoa sana.
Naona pia anataka kuuza. Nimeona ni leo kwa Fabrizio akisema sijui ni attack.
Thomas Frank kampendi. Alisema live, mi utachelewa kwa tizi yangu bro, no expect kubaki hapa. Na ati amechelewa more than once, ndio maana anakula bench.
Yeah. Which does make sense. Standards muhimu in such a setting. Na pia nimeona kuna vijana anaanzisha katikati instead hata ya sana Palhinha. Wenye walianza hii game ya kwanza. Wanaitwaje? Kaburu. Au midwenyo wawili wanaitwaje? Wawili wadogo. Wale wa Spurs, the white ones. Bergval na kuna mwingine.
Lucas Bergval.
Kuna wenye alichezesha ndio Palhinha na sawa kaingia afterwards. Pia waliguza game vizuri. I think ni Achigre. I think ilikuwa Achigre na Bergval, which I feel like wako sawa. The only place na feel like maybe wako sawa ni surprisingly striker. I don't think they're so good, because I don't think Solanke ni mtu wa kuaminiwa kabisa 100%.
Wezi amenia Solanke, because now he's not the Solanke from Bournemouth that we actually feared. And Richarlison at some point atakuwa like atarudi tu back to default settings za kuwa mtu mstupid tu. Kuingia mavurugu na kushinda amekosana na mafans tu, ataingia tu hiyo funk tu anaingiaje.
So basically you don't see much hopes for them. Let's say it's just a matter of, let's say, time kutakuwa na inconsistencies ni venye tu ameanza vizuri.
Yeah, but for when that will happen and you're not sure. Like they might go on a run of 10 games winning, drawing, winning. Si ati wako na game ngumu at all.
Yeah.
Na wako na a very good. Acha nikwambie, any team with a very strong midfield this season will go far. Tottenham have a very strong midfield. Liverpool not so much. Chelsea have a very strong midfield. Like in terms of their wingers, in terms of their defensive midfield, in terms of the mix in midfield is very good. Arsenal has a very good strong midfield. They've added more strength. The Arsenal spine is perfect. So Tottenham will go far. They will definitely be in top 4. That I guarantee. Watakuwa top 4. They might even push out Man City, if you ask me. Because Man City don't have a very strong defensive midfield.
Yeah.
They have a very good attacking mix in midfield, but their defensive bit is not good. That's why, and they have bought players who are not defensively sound. And whoever was bought as a defensive midfield reinforcement, did not play for too long before he left. That was Echeverri, right? Echeverri alikuwa midfielder ama alikuwa attacker? Mi sikumbuki hata whatever.
Alikuwa attacker, but like sort of attacking midfield.
Ni nani walikuwa wamebai aingie number 8? Kuna ka player ka youngster walinunua kakuweka number 8. Kakuwa number 6 actually. Anaitwa amecheza game zote mbili actually. Anaitwa Nico Gonzalez.
Oh, nani umesema si left back? Interesting.
No, ni midfielder. Amecheza game ya Wolves na amecheza game ya Tottenham. Both games ameanza as number 6.
Yeah.
Game ya Tottenham alipigwa sub na bado ame get like 7 point ratings, which is good.
Very good actually.
Not bad. Minutes per game, 83 minutes per game. Ajeko team of the week, not yet at least. Accurate passes per game, 92% pass accuracy. Long balls 40%. Achapangi long balls kibao, which is a good thing.
Which in the trademark pia City.
Yeah. Ball recovery 3 point something. Tackles per game 3 point something. He doesn't tackle much. I think kazi yake tu ni dictate tempo. Basically
getting the game moving along.
For City number 6. For Pep's number 6, that's his game plan really. Yeah. So Nico Gonzalez, that's who I was talking about.
Na mid yao ikika like inafikia hiyo quality ya Spurs, or do you think like Spurs is better?
No, never. No, bro. No. Yeah, Spurs iko na games, Buddha. Iko na games under their belt together. Apart from Palhinha, of which Palhinha already has Premier League pedigree, so he just comes into a team that is a hard-working team and he fits right in. Plus, mind you, kumbuka, Palhinha before he went to Bayern, Casemiro was second only to him.
Yeah.
In terms of clearances, in terms of tackles, progressive passes that start counterattacks, blah blah blah. Yeah. But Palhinha was good in everything. Ilikuwa yeye, Casemiro na ujama wa Leicester Ndidi.
Yeah.
Hao ndio walikuwa kusema. But Casemiro and Palhinha were very good. So Palhinha nadhani tu alienda tu Bayern tu juu ya ujinga mse. Kusema tu kweli.
True.
Angebaki
Premier League for like a season.
Angekuja United ama ende Arsenal. Juu Arsenal walikuwa wanamtaka I believe your time. Akakataa. Alikuwa anatakwa na United akakataa, akaenda tu Bayern. Ujinga tu. But uzuri yake ni ati alienda kabeba ligi. Alisikia poa at least. Alafu akarudi tu. Tottenham for me have a very good team that for a cup they would win something in a cup. In form of a cup they will win something this season definitely. That sioni ikiwa out of reach for them this season in winning a cup. Yeah, it is within their yeah, nimesahau Kenya nilikuwa nataka kusema, but yeah, iko within their reach, like
True.
winning a cup.
It is directly within
the
their reach.
realms of, yeah, iko kwa realms of possibility. Yes, realms of possibility. Yeah, so yeah.
To which, if you think about it, almost like to say, in terms of your story, you're flexible and also being like risky and everything. Another team that typifies that performance ni Liverpool, of course. And nilikuwa nakwambia the stats that I found interesting, the fact that in the last 10 Premier League games, they've only kept one clean sheet. They've scored 23 goals. In those 10 games, they've scored 23 goals, conceded 18. That's almost like almost wana concede 2 goals a game. Now wana score maybe just above 2 goals a game. So maybe a game, one game watafunga mbili, ingine tatu. Na maybe ingine wafungwe moja, ingine wafungwe mbili. This season washafungwa 4, right? To each to feed that trail. If you go even deeper into that, I was looking at data from the last 10 seasons, the winners, the Premier League champions for the last 10 seasons. And last season is the season that a team has won out of the 10th season. Last season is the one that they've scored fewer goals. That's 86. Okay, Man City once while they win 83 goals. So it's close to that. Liverpool waliwin yao na 86 goals. However, the most interesting stat to me ni the last team to win a Premier League having conceded 40 goals, you have to go back to 1999 when United won, having conceded 46 goals. I'll concede 41. So in the last 10 seasons, the least mtu ameconcede na akawin Premier League, the most rather mtu ameconcede na akawin Premier League ni 34 goals the season before that, sasa ya Liverpool ya Man City. So basically wanafungwa more than any other champion has. Now wameanza this season the same way. Do you think ultimately this means that's why they cannot win this season, or you think maybe they should be able to sort it out waki actually buy Gehi, which I don't think they are going to at this specific moment?
Bro, I don't put anything okay. Let me say this. Liverpool have they're flexing this season, this summer. They're flexing hard, bro. Like fucking hell, bro. They're like, they're doing a buy-in on teams, bro.
Very
That
much.
used to be United. That used to be United doing that shit.
Yeah.
Now it's Liverpool doing that shit. Like, it's not even about the money they're splashing. It's who they're splashing it on. No. First choice targets, wow, plus. It's not even a matter of how they're going to come in. It's just a matter of when they come in. Like, a player is hears from, listens to the ground and askia, yo, niaje, Liverpool wants you. Yo, bro, I'm in. Where do I sign? Like Kekes was like straight up, niaje, I'm coming. Bro, you don't need to ask me twice. Frimpong was twerking for them since last season. Since January, bro. So he was like, yo, where do I sign? You get like
and why is that? Mbona si Man City, mbona ni Liverpool after Man City dominating so long? Mbona
Liverpool have a strong history, bro. This is a force. Plus, Liverpool have the backing of everything from the media, the refs. They have a rowdy set of fans, bro. They have bastards for fans, bro. See, they can eat you alive. Plus, bro, there is this one thing called the Anfield atmosphere. It is actually real.
Yeah.
It is deadly. It is bad. It's just that I don't think this season is like last season. Last season they were solid because their midfield was totally solid, like totally solid. Midfield yao hata ndio ilikuwa the most solid design. Hatukuwa tuna notice defense yao iko chini. Van Dijk, for some reason, people call him the best of the best, but last season Van Dijk was actually not that good.
True.
Konate alikuwa na okolese. Akiwa injured sasa ndio well, Gehi akiingia, maybe Liverpool might win the league again. Might. The reason I say might is because if they are still suspect, their spine is still a bit suspect. But we also said that last season about them, and they still steamrolled the league and won it properly, like convincingly, bro. Hakuna mwenye alikuwa karibu sana had was behind by 9 points.
Yeah.
So they won with a few games to spare. That was sad to see when you consider Arsenal the previous season when Man City won it were actually fucking perfect. Arsenal did not need to add any more things. No, they did not need to remove anything. They needed to just add a striker. Only a striker and a left winger. I don't know what the fuck they did and went on and added center backs. Why the fuck would you do that? Like Miss Joy alifanya hivyo, all of a sudden Arsenal went down a gear. Last season Arsenal were not good. They were actually walibebwa na their midfield. Their defensive solidity carried them through the season. But Arsenal were not that good last season. The season previous, way prior to that they were deadly. Where they should have now, you see that Gyökeres signing should have been made that time. Ama Shesko's signing should have been made now. Last season, ndio wakimbize ligi wangeibeba. Walai. Wangeibeba. But now, right now, I don't know. Arsenal, bro, I don't know, man. For me, they're predictable. That's the sad thing about them. They're predictable. And it's because of the coach that they're predictable. I will not be confident and say Arsenal can win the league. I said that about them last year. And I was very confident saying this year they might win something. But they ended up not winning shit, bro. Like nothing at all. Because they became so poor at some point, like walikuwa na win tu na scrappy, walikuwa na win viscrappy design. Hauoni ni kama kuna identity. Unaona tu wanabahatisha. Tuko na kona hapa na pale, tu free kick to set pieces hapa na pale. Like in-game prowess, they had none. The season before that, when Man City won it and they pushed Man City all the way, they had in-game management yao ilikuwa was on point. The footballers were fucking electric the whole season. Martinelli was bombing, Saka was bombing, Odegaard was bomb, Rice was scoring, was assisting, was doing crazy stuff, bro. The defense was stout, like strong as fuck. Everything was good for them. The next season they just needed a left back. They did not really need a right back, but yeah, they needed a left back, right back, a left winger and a striker. Only that. They did not even need a midfielder. And Partey was on form. He came back, was on form. Bro, they could have won the league if they would have gotten a striker. But then, anyway, Arsenal, forget about Arsenal. I'm really looking forward to that game on a Liverpool weekend. I see a draw, but anyway. Liverpool can be exploited. However, it's not easy to exploit a Slot team. Slot doesn't really have that aura about him. He's cocky as a motherfucker though. Like he's cocky as shit. That man has so much self-confidence. Unaweza mchukia tu just by looking at him. He looks anakaanga, unaona wale ma prefect walikuwa watiaji.
Ako that type.
Ni mtoro tu, mtiaji tu fulani. Ni Kimble na unaweza kiona tu. He has a very slappable face. Like unaona kama, you know this comedian called fucking hell. And I watched a movie he was in today. Iki comedian kinitagwa nani? This white guy. He was in an Eddie Murphy movie I watched today. The new Eddie Murphy movie.
Ni pika bama sijinaitwa.
Hii wanaiba do.
Yeah, I know him.
He's called Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, Pete Davidson.
He's a brilliant motherfucker, but you just want to slap this nigga. Oh, sorry, using the N-word.
Yeah.
You just want to slap this man. That is what Slot does for me. Like, I really want to slap the fuck out of him, man. Because game 1 versus Ten Hag, he slapped around Ten Hag like nothing, bro.
Yeah.
He slapped around Ten Hag, slapped around a few other coaches and was talking shit, like alikuwa anaongea anajigamba, but hajigambi, like anajua tu, like ni amwezi nisho shit, me I'm the shit, yani akona ka self confidence, but ukimwangalia he doesn't look like he has that aura about him. But it's very hard to beat this man. It's very hard. I don't know what the fuck he does to his team, but it's very hard to beat him. Hey, Klopp, you actually feared Klopp because Klopp looks like a bastard. But Slot anataka pretenda tu, anataka mse kataka na wewe kakuchekesha, alafu kesho usikie story yako kwa staff room. You get?
Yeah.
He gives me that vibe. That's why a lot of United fans don't like him when he talks about United. But yeah. He's brought back the type of vibe that Benitez had. Benitez had that type of vibe. Yeah, Slot. That's why Slot will surprise a lot of people by how many titles he will win for Liverpool. Yeah. So Slot might not have the strongest team on paper rather, but bro, he will just win. He's tactically good. He will just win. That's
what I'm getting.
That's the thing about it.
Top 4 yako prediction, if we could jump on that to maybe even close on it, because on it need like 1 hour 15 minutes.